Dear students, now we are going to see Tiselius electrophoresis method. This is very important electrophoresis method and also very first method to separate macromolecules. Okay, bigger size molecules are separated by using this method. Okay, so now we are going to see the introduction about this method. And Tiselius from Sweden gave this electrophoresis method, and then he got Nobel Prize in chemistry on 1948. Actually, he got Nobel Prize based on electrophoresis and adsorption analysis related research, and then especially of his research discoveries concerning the complex nature of the serum proteins, means macro biomolecules. Okay, so mainly வந்துட்டு nature of macro biomolecules எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அதில் என்ன மாதிரி இருக்கு அப்படின்றத செப்பரேஷன் அதை பற்றின அனாலிசிஸ் அதோட நேச்சர் என்னன்றதெல்லாம் டிஸ்கவர் பண்ணது இவர் தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் by using electrophoresis method. That's what this electrophoresis method is known as Tiselius electrophoresis method. And also the father of electrophoresis method is what? Who? Tiselius. Okay, so Tiselius gave this method. No, that's what he is the father of this method. Okay, so next we are going to see the working principle of this electrophoresis method. So first the very important point, migration of charged particles in an electric field. இங்க மெயினா நடக்கிறது என்ன, அந்த பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ் நம்ம உள்ளுக்குள்ள இருக்க அந்த எலக்ட்ரோலிட்டிக் சொல்யூஷன் மேக்ரோமாலிகுல் பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ் எடுக்கிறோம் இல்லையா, அது மைக்ரேட் ஆகுது இன் அன் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு. இதுதான் மெயின் பாயிண்ட். ஓகேவா, மெயின் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பிரின்சிபிள். எப்போவுமே அதில் மறக்கவே கூடாது இந்த பாயிண்ட்டை நீங்கள். ஓகே, மைக்ரேஷன் ஆஃப் சார்ஜ்டு பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ் இன் அன் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு. ஓகே, now I am going to explain two important basic principles. Okay, the first very most principle is the process of moving charged biomolecules in solution by applying an electrical field across the mixture. Okay va, so நம்ம electrical field apply ஆகும்போது அது charged particles and biomolecules move ஆகுதுன்றது first principle ல சொல்லியிருக்காரு. Okay, in second principle, biomolecules moved with a speed dependent on their charge, shape, size and separation occurs on the basis of molecular size. Okay va, so மெயினா இந்த பயோமாலிகுல்ஸோட ஸ்பீடு மூவ்மெண்ட் எப்படி எதை பேஸ் பண்ணி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா சார்ஜ், ஷேப், சைஸ் அண்ட் செப்பரேஷன் occurs on the basis of molecular size. Okay va, once again I will say these two important principles. First point, it is the process of moving charged biomolecules or macrobiomolecules in solution by applying an electrical field across the mixture. And then second point is biomolecules moved with a speed dependent on their charge, shape and size and separation occurs on the basis of molecular size. Okay va, these two are important basic principle of this electrophoresis method. Okay va, next in this electrophoresis method is used to analyze various biomolecules such as proteins and nucleic acids. Okay va, and also sugar molecule, sugar, amino acids, peptides, nucleotides and similar like ions, and then other biomolecules also analyzed by using this electrophoresis method. That's what this is very important method to analyze the biomolecules. Okay va, so now here we are going to use one formula, that is V is equal to ME. V means migration of the charged particles in an electric field. Okay va, that is V, migration of velocity of charged particles in an electric field is V. Its unit is centimeter divided by seconds. And then M means electrophoretic mobility. Okay va, and then electrophoretic mobility. Already I said in second principle, this electrophoretic mobility is mainly based on the medium, temperature of medium, ionic strength, charge, size, shape of the molecule, viscosity, pore size and buffer pH. Okay va? These all properties will affect this electrophoretic mobility. Okay, so based on these properties of biomolecule, we will get different values of electrophoretic mobility values. Okay, then E means electric field strength. Its unit is volt per centimeter. Okay va? So this is the main formula to calculate the overall migration of velocity of charged particles in an electric field. Okay va? B கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது இப்படி தான் கண்டுபிடிப்போம். electrophoretic mobilityயும் and then electric field strengthம் நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம்னா by using electrophoresis method we will easily analyze the migration of velocity of charged particles in an electric field, that is B. Okay, dear students, now we are going to see working of this electrophoresis method. Now you may consider this U-shaped bent glass tube, okay, with electrolyte reservoirs containing the cathode and anode and a buffer containing the macromolecules that need electrophoresis. Okay va? So நாம என்ன எடுத்துருக்கோம், cathode and then anode வந்து connect பண்ணிட்டோம், external this cathode and then anode connected with the external electric circuit, and then this solution containing macro biomolecules is taken here and then we added this buffer solution. Okay va? So this is the main instrumentation of this electrophoresis method. Okay, so next we are going to see some important points in this method. Okay va? So என்னென்ன அப்படின்றத ஒண்ணா பார்க்கலாம். So first point, what is the first point? Actually here you may see here this positive and negatively charged particles are frequently associated with biomolecules. This is the main point. Okay, this is the main and also first point. Positive and negatively electrically charged particles. Okay, charged particles means electrically charged particle. Positive and negatively electrically charged particles are frequently associated with biomolecules. Okay, so next என்னன்னா, this electrophoresis of positively charged particles are cations. நமக்கே தெரியும் positively charged particles are cations. Here we are going to say this particles are catophoresis. Okay va? இந்த positively charged particles என்னன்னு சொல்ல போறோம், catophoresis அப்படினு மீன் பண்ண போறோம். Okay, this point. Okay, here positively charged particles are catophoresis and negatively charged particles are anaphoresis. Okay, so first point நம்ம பார்த்தாச்சு, positive and negatively electrically charged particles are frequently associated with biomolecules, and then positively charged particles are catophoresis, negatively charged particles are anaphoresis. Okay, next point, so these particles are these charged particles are moves towards the opposite direction due to electrostatic attraction. Okay va? So oppositely charged electrode side ku move agi போகிறது எதனால எப்பவே move agi போகும், we knew already, because of electrostatic attraction. These charged particles are moves towards the opposite direction electrode sides. Okay, then this is third point. Okay va? First point பார்த்தாச்சு. Okay, so this one is the first point, and then particles la என்ன மீன் பண்ணுவோம்னு சொல்லிருக்கோம். Then if we are applying electrical energy at that time, the charged particles moves towards the opposite direction electrode sides because of its electrostatic attraction. Okay, this is third point. Then now we took electrolyte solution. No, that electrolyte solution is here we are going to say ampolyte. Okay va? This an ampolyte become positively charged in acidic condition, so at the time it migrates to the cathode. Okay, suppose it's in alkaline medium, at the time the charged particles moves towards anode side. Okay va, here you may consider like this. Okay va, so this one is cathode, this one is anode. At the time the charged particles moves opposite to the moves towards the opposite direction. Okay, because of its electrostatic attraction. Okay, புரியுதா? So இந்த மாதிரி condition this is actually it's a normal procedure. Okay, so this is normal basic principle here we follow. And then here in this electrophoresis method we took this type of tube and then buffer solution, and then this electrode setup. Okay, here negatively charged electrode is cathode, positively charged electrode is anode. Okay va, இந்த point புரியுதா? Okay, so at the time if we are passing electrical energy, okay, suppose once again I will say, when charged molecules are placed in an electrical field, okay va, the charged particles electrical field la nama place பண்ணும்போது, okay va, when charged molecules are placed in an electrical field, they migrate either positive or negative pole according to the charge. Okay va, நம்ம இந்த point third pointல சொன்னோம் இல்லையா, அதே தான் இங்கேயும் நம்ம சொல்லியிருக்கோம். ஓகே, புரியுதா? ஓகே, next there are mainly different factors influencing this electrophoresis mobility. ஓகேவா, ஸோ நிறைய ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் வந்து இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் பண்ணும். அது என்னென்ன ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் அப்படின்றத நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் பார்க்கலாம். ஓகே, ஹியர் this electrophoresis is one-dimensional in nature or two-dimensional in nature. It means one-dimensional means what? One plane of separation. Okay, so that is one-dimensional. Okay, next this one-dimensional electrophoresis is used for most routine protein nucleic acid separations. Okay, so maximum we are using this one-dimensional electrophoresis method to separate proteins nucleic acids. Okay, next two-dimensional separation of proteins is used for fingerprinting. அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். And when properly constructed can be extremely accurate in resolving all of the proteins present within a cell greater than 1500. Okay, most common stabilizing media are polyacrylamide or agarose gels. இதுதான் நம்ம மேக்ஸிமம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். ஓகேவா, மோஸ்ட் காமன் ஸ்டெபிலைசிங் மீடியா ஆர் polyacrylamide or agarose gel. Okay va, so next, so what's the role of buffer? Here we are using buffer, no, see here we are using buffer solution, no, so what's the role of this buffer? Now we will see. Okay, so here the main function of buffer is to carry the applied current. Okay va, current வந்து carry பண்ணிட்டு போறதுக்காக. Okay, first point, it carries the applied current and it established the pH and to determine the electric charge on the solute. Okay va, so main three functions enna, it carries the applied field. Okay, it carries the applied current and it established the pH. Third point, to determine the electric charge on the solute. Okay va, next, high ionic strength of buffer can produce sharper band. Okay va, நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிற அந்த buffer higher ionic strength இருக்க மாதிரி எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா it will produce a sharper band. Okay, once again I will say, high ionic strength of buffer produce sharper band. Okay, and produce more heat. ஓகேவா அயானிக் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் ஹையராக எடுத்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா பேண்ட் ஷார்ப்பராக கிடைக்கும் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஹை ஹீட் ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகும் அப்படின்னு மீன் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஒன்ஸ் அகெயின் ஐ வில் சே ஹை அயானிக் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் ஆஃப் பஃபர் ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஷார்ப்பர் பேண்ட் அண்ட் ப்ரொடியூசஸ் மோர் ஹீட். ஓகேவா நெக்ஸ்ட்டு காமன்லி யூஸ்டு பஃபர் சொல்யூஷன் மேக்ஸிமம் நம்ம காமனாக என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம் பஃபர் சொல்யூஷனுக்கு EDTA சொல்யூஷன் மேக்ஸிமம் நம்ம மிக்சிங் ப்ரொபோர்ஷன்ஸில் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ ஹியர் வி ஆர் யூஸிங் சம் காமன் பஃபர் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ். ஓகேவா ஸோ ஐ வில் சே தட் பஃபர் சொல்யூஷன் ஹியர் barbital buffer and tris EDTA for proteins. Okay va and then tris acetate EDTA and tris borate EDTA. Okay this combination here we will take for example 50 millimolar solution per liter means at the time the pH value is 7.5 to 7.8. okay va so அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும் அப்பதான் we will get so at the condition only we will get the best result. okay that's what we took this type of pH. So we will maintain that pH and then we will easily discover the nature of that protein or any macromolecules by using this electrophoresis method. So now we saw the buffer nature. okay va so next okay now we will see the factors affecting the electrophoresis method. There are two main factors will affect this method. First one inherent factor, second one external environmental factor. okay so what is inherent factors? First one molecular weight. okay so molecular weight of that sample electrolyte solution will affect this electrophoresis method. okay next one magnitude of its charge. okay va so see here magnitude of its charge will affect this electrophoresis. next charge density. okay these three are inherent factors. next external environmental factors. what are the external environmental factors? solution pH, that buffer pH and then electrical field, next solution viscosity and temperature. These four will affect this method. okay these two main factors will affect this electrophoresis method. okay now we saw what are the factors affecting the electrophoresis method. okay next we are going to see the important step by step method to detect the electrophoresis method. okay you may write these factors now. I will explain it later. okay now the important steps in this electrophoresis method. first one submerging this gel. okay here a salty solution is poured over the gel in order to conduct electricity. okay va see here a salty solution is poured into the gel or poured over the gel in order to conduct electricity. okay so what are the samples we are going to load here? the DNA samples colored with blue loading dye or placed in the slots made in the agarose gel. அந்த அகரோஸ் ஜெல் நம்ம வந்து ஸ்லாட் போட்டு வச்சிருப்போம், அதுக்கு மேல லோட் பண்ண போறோம் அப்படின்றாங்க. தட் இஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப். ஓகே ஸோ செகண்ட் ஸ்டெப் என்ன? எலக்ட்ரோஃபோரெட்டிக் ரன். ஓகே எலக்ட்ரோஃபோரெட்டிக் ரன். Here the current is switched on after the sample has been applied to the medium. At the time that medium equilibrated with the buffer. Okay, so at the time what's happened? No, smaller biomolecules travel further down the gel while larger ones remain closer to the point of origin. ஓகேவா? ஸோ இதுதான் நடக்குது அப்படின்றாங்க. ஓகேவா? கரண்ட் பாஸ் பண்ணும்போது மீடியம் ஈக்லிபிரியேட் ஆகிட்டு பஃபர் கூட, ஸோ ஸ்மாலர் மாலிகுல்ஸ் எல்லாம் ட்ராவல் பண்ணிட்டு ஜெல்ல போயிடும். அண்ட் தென் லார்ஜர் ஒன்ஸ் ரிமைன் க்ளோசர் டு தி பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் தி ஆரிஜின். Okay va? So next third point. Third point in deduction and quantification is the third step. Okay, so here there are two methods are using. First one, optical method. In this optical now we are going to use UV absorption. Okay, so here in this optical method, UV absorption by separated components of proteins. Here we are using UV radiation, no? So wavelength ranges from 230 to 280 nanometer. After the gel has been run, the maybe the Yttrium bromide, if you are taking means, okay, the Yttrium bromide that was added to it causes the gel to glow under the ultraviolet light. Okay va? Suppose நம்ம அதை ஆட் பண்ணினோம்னா அல்ட்ராவயலட் ஆட் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா அல்ட்ராவயலட் லைட்ல க்ளோ ஆகும் அப்படின்னு மீன் பண்றாங்க. ஓகே, ஆஃப்டர் த ஜெல் ஹாஸ் பீன் ரன், the Yttrium bromide that was added to it causes the gel to glow under the ultraviolet light to detect any protein molecules. Okay, என்னென்ன டைப் ஆஃப் protein molecules செப்பரேட் ஆயிருக்குன்னு ஈஸியா டிடெக்ட் பண்ணி செப்பரேட் பண்ணி தனித்தனியா தெரியும் நமக்கு. ஓகே, செப்பரேட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். தென் ஸ்டெய்னிங். So in staining, here என்ன பண்ணுவோம் நாம, by reacting the separated components with a stain or dye and detecting by absorption or fluorescence of any molecules வந்து easily separated. Okay va? So என்னென்ன யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், for example staining of amino acids, peptides and proteins are easily stained and then easily detected, separated by using this method. Okay va? So staining method la இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்றாங்க. Okay, these three important steps are in electrophoresis method. Okay, next types. Next type of electrophoresis. There are different types of electrophoresis methods are present. Okay, first one, zone electrophoresis. Second one, slab gel electrophoresis. Third one, disc electrophoresis. Fourth one, isoelectric focusing electrophoresis. Fifth one, two-dimensional electrophoresis method. Sixth one, capillary electrophoresis method. Sixth one, next one, microchip electrophoresis method. Okay, next we are going to see applications of electrophoresis method. Okay, so first mainly this method is used for DNA separation. Then some medical research purpose we are using this electrophoresis method. Next, protein research and then protein purification purpose we are using this method. Next, agricultural testing purpose we are using this method. Then the separation of organic acids, alkaloids, amino acids, carbohydrates, alcohol, phenol, nucleic acids, insulin by this method. Next, in food industry we are using this electrophoresis method, and then it's combined with autoradiography and used to study the binding of iron to serum protein. Then it's used for the analysis of terpenoids, steroids and antibiotics. And then it is used for testing the purity of thyroid hormones by zone electrophoresis method. Okay va? Next, advantages of this electrophoresis method. First, it provides a clear link between similar results. If you are checking different results for the same sample, at the time we will get a clear link between the similar results. Okay, and then it's relatively simple to perform. It's not difficult, and it can test DNA from any type of evidences. நம்ம hair, skin இதெல்லாம் நம்ம எடுத்து செக் பண்றது என்ன மாதிரியான DNA டெஸ்டிங்கும் நம்ம இந்த மெத்தட்ல பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஓகே, and then it is relatively inexpensive. ஓகேவா? Next, disadvantages. here we are using gel, no? The gel can be altered and provide inaccurate results. நாம எடுத்துக்கிற ஜெல் வந்து பர்ஃபெக்டா இல்ல அப்படின்னா we will get inaccurate results அப்படின்றாங்க. Then user error can be catastrophic and depending on the mistake அப்படின்றாங்க. Okay, so these 2 points are main disadvantages of this electrophoresis method. Okay va? Any doubt? If you have any doubt means you may ask now.